Well, I charged up my actual camcorder, hoping to use it. I'm just going to use the phone and see how well this works. Uh, Lighting's not that great because of the time of day, but give you an idea. I'm starting back with the master bedroom, but this is the master bedroom redone, new flooring and a nice window trim and everything. I put ceiling fans in every room. It's not exactly the way Melinda wanted it. I know she wanted to go with stained molding throughout, but it was just better in as far as selling it to just paint it and let them do what they want to do with it. But it's a nice room. It's a nice big space. Unbelievable. Obviously, this is going to be edited. Unbelievably, Melinda had some great ideas, but there were some things that just made me scratch my head. The bathroom was redone, ripped out the bathtub, and had a guy put in a shower and move all the plumbing around. And it's a nice new toilet and vanity. The new people will need to put up a mirror. I didn't bother with that, but this and the other bathroom are pretty small. It is what it is, and that's always been that way. Melinda's so funny. She was talking to me several times about, well, you know what? If the king size bed and the two side tables, there's actually a good 6 to 8 inches. We could move that wall and get a little more space in the bathroom. And I just wanted to throw up my hands and go, what? But she wanted everything just a certain way and maximize the potential of each room. And I love that, whether or not it was realistic or not. I was like, it's just move a wall. It's no big deal. Had me frantically searching on Google at the time to trying to figure out what was a load-bearing wall and what wasn't. But anyways, it's turned out nice. And like I say, the bathroom is nice and clean. Whether they want to put up a door or a curtain or whatever, that's going to be up to them. But it's a nice little space now. And they'll probably want to do something with a closet. But this is something Melinda and I done years ago. And I just bought some Target, put me together furniture and cubes, and basically made our own little built-in closet. That's the one side, and then the other side, you can see, even turned one up with its front facing up, made a little laundry bin. But of course, it's got the new flooring, and the trim and everything is done much nicer than when I had left it. I was always better at baking the cake and not putting on the icing. So let me turn this light off. And we come down the hall. It's always a fun corner to make when we were moving furniture in. And there's the bedroom that we both spent several years in, while that one was a total mess after the construction debacle that the guy walked out on us and we threw up our hands and didn't know what to do. But it's a nice little bedroom, but at least now it's got everything new. And we did the same thing over here with a closet. I mean, for a secondary bedroom closet, that's pretty big. But again, with a storage and a little dirty laundry bin, using the same kind of put me together furniture. Thought that was fairly creative. And here's the guest bathroom, which I did it in the same old way. We had a nice built-in oak cabinet, and I just had them painted white so it matched the other things. And I'd put new lights up over each of the vanities just to make them aura bronze and match the new sink hardware, and had the guy put in new hardware on the tub. She had me refinish the tiles myself 3 or 4 years ago, using some sort of kit from the store. So it looked nicer. It's a little flex stone, a little nicer than the dingy Subway white that were 30 years old. Yeah, paid for somebody to come in and refinish the tub so it looks nice and pretty. certainly the people moving in are going to get a nice head start. They won't have to do anything for quite a while. And I put new sconces and some stuff down the hallway. Turned the closet into this built-in shelving. And I'm sure some people would want a door on that, but it's supposed to be the linen closet, but she wanted to put decorative things on there and really make it look nice. We didn't have that much need for storage. Oh Lord. You probably won't be able to see on the video. There you go. Even having the drywall completely redone now, what's it been, 3-4 months? Already getting some nail pops. God bless the Texas clay. But here's my office. Melinda, bless her heart, let me do whatever I wanted years ago, and I had it. We painted it in a gray with black trim, and my desk, my big old desk that used to be on this corner, was black and gray, and I thought that was just really great. And over the years, I came to really dislike it because it was just so bland. I wanted something not bright, because I'm just not into the bright colors, but certainly more colorful and more vibrant than a drab gray. Tastes change over years, and I guess I just developed my own personal taste over time, figure out what I want. And these were the shelves we put in for the office many years ago. They're painted up all, no more black, but some nice storage if you're working with an office space. And if you don't have a lot of hanging clothes, there's a lot of folding space for whoever winds up in this room. Another thing Melinda wanted to do, you see the return vent up there, but this used to be, the return vent used to be there, and before we had the AC changed out, and she was like, well, there's just the ceiling up there. It's basically an empty chamber. It didn't used to be, but the AC ducts used to run up through that space between the drywall at the 7 and 8 foot mark. And she had all kinds of ideas for raising the ceiling in here so it'd all be 8 foot, even down to doing some arches with some drywall forms. It could have looked really cool, but honestly, I had no idea how to make that happen. I know she did all kinds of research, but certainly a wonderful idea. And here's the living room. It's the first of 3 exterior doors that we put in on our own, which was crazy since we didn't know what we were doing, but it turned out really nice. You saw the outside of the house. You'd see they painted this to match everything else, but it was a nice oak fiberglass door, a storm door that I painted to match the outside of the house, and thought that came out really nice. There were several things that we did that, for all our failures, there were several things that we did that were great successes and we should be proud of. Crazy enough, you'll see in a second with the dining room window and that ambitious project we did, but that went so well that back up here, what Melinda wanted to do was eventually to knock out in between those 2 windows and actually obviously have somebody else do it, but pour a new foundation to kind of hex out the front of the house so the whole living room opened up several feet right there. Incredibly ambitious, and it would have looked great, but I had no idea financially or logistically how we were going to knock a big hole in the house. It was not something that was on our immediate to do, but she certainly had dreams of that. It would have definitely made it a lot different than the rest of the houses, and would have looked very architecturally interesting and fairly unique in the neighborhood. But there's just only so much you can take on. Uh, you know, interestingly enough, on the window in the dining room, I had to knock out several rows of bricks, and she wanted to take. You see the seam running on those two small sections on the sides. She was talked about taking the brick off just on those seams, doing something a little different with the fireplace, maybe some sort of a stone veneer to go over it, but take those extra bricks and the ones I knocked out on the other side and build a brick mailbox. She was always planning ahead to how to make stuff happen, and the one way to make a nice matching brick mailbox was to take the brick from the house that's already here. So pretty crazy, but I think pretty brilliant in some ways. Now, why is this door hard to open? There we go. I put in some pocket door hardware, and we bought these nice glass doors. So you say, hey, that's the pantry. The laundry room's not in there. And there's the laundry room. So, you know, and I had the carpenter build some nice cabinets in here where we just had straight shelves, and we had extra doors made to match the kitchen.